Welcome to the Patriot Barbie podcast. I'm your host, Lindsey Graham. Before we get started, I want to thank the people and the companies that keep my show going. This podcast is powered by Freedom Square, your favorite news providers, podcasts, businesses, and resources all in one place. This is the parallel economy for Americans who value their free speech and constitutional rights. Freedom lives here. Sign up your business and shop freely at www.patriotbarbie.com/patriot-partners. Century H2O, water systems for your home that provide clean, toxic-free, high pH drinking water for your family, removes fluoride and all pharmaceuticals. Water that is not only clean but healthy. Water that saves lives. Grab one for under $300 and install it in your home in less than 15 minutes. Go to patriotbarbie.com/patriot-partners. Of course, I'm a MyPillow ambassador. I live and breathe the support of my favorite patriots and spend my money with those who value my freedom. Pillows, sheets, robes, slippers, blankets, you name it. Buy it all at mypillow.com/patriotbarbie. Use my promo code patriotbarbie for up to 66% off. And last but not least, the IRS has allocated $100 billion for ERTC business owners who had 2 or more employees in 2020 and 2021. You can now claim up to $26,000 per employee. This is not a loan. You use your money however you want. The credit comes as a treasury check that you do not have to pay back. Let My Patriotic Tax Company apply your business and maximize your return. Apply at patriotbarbie.com/patriot-partners and click Get My Tax Credit. Welcome to the Patriot Barbie podcast. I'm your host, Lindsey Graham, author and conservative activist. I love Jesus. I love America. I'm a proud wife, mom of 3, and I'm having bold and witty conversations with America's patriots, the ones that cancel culture desperately want to blacklist. Trust me, I've been there. In 2020, I defied government lockdowns in Oregon, reopened my salon, and became an icon of freedom. I've been targeted by government and raging liberals every day since, and I refuse to back down. Patriots, I'm here to tell you, your values are worth fighting for. The Patriot Barbie podcast starts now. Welcome to the Patriot Barbie podcast. Special guest today is James McCoy Taylor. If you haven't heard his song, I would call it a hit song. I don't know if it's actually even a hit song, but Great Again by James McCoy Taylor. So excited to have you here, James. Welcome to the Patriot Barbie podcast.
I'm glad to be here, not in my truck.
I know. So guys, just a quick update. This episode was supposed to air last week. We got our schedules mixed up, and poor James was in his car in Texas in a storm, no internet, like, hey, I'm here. I was like, well, yeah, it was rough, but we got you back. And I feel like, everything happens for a reason. God does what he does. So whatever you are going to say today is what the people need to hear. So
that's what was meant to be heard, baby. It's what meant to be got. That's right.
There. So the best part about you, I'm sure there's many great parts about you, but the best part about you for me is that I know that you're this amazing artist. I know that you're this great guy because I met you at SAS in Florida.
That was fun.
But I don't know anything about your backstory. I don't know how you got into music. I don't know if you have like a patriotic story. So I want to start wherever you want to start, whatever you consider the beginning to be, like how you got into music or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's a great question. So really, I'd always loved music. I went to Texas A&M. Gig and Whoop, and I played a little bit there. I thought I made it whenever, we played at this local bar. We were kind of the resident band at a little bar there, and I thought I made it when I went to HEB and signed a grocery bag. And, I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I made it, dude. I'm pretty much.
Somebody asked for my autograph at the fries.
Yeah, so that was a cool feeling for me as a kid. I was like, 19 years old. And then I got to go got to open for Robert Earl Keen. A lot of Texas people know who that is. Great songwriter. If you are into music and songwriting, wonderful songwriter. So we got to go play for him, went to Corpus Christi Bay and played for a couple other bands that people would know. And then just kind of fell off. We all practiced at my lead guitarist's house every day. We always hung out and had a blast as a band. And he graduated, kind of fell apart. And music became a little back burner thing for me. And I got a normal job, moved to Atlanta, started this company. And one day I went on The Bachelor. Someone was like, you should go on this TV show. I was like, they'll never choose me.
Dude, just so you know, that is a part of your story that I completely forgot about.
Yeah.
You're famous for being on The Bachelor.
Yeah, well, people liked me back then. I was kind of well liked in America. And then all of a sudden, me being an idiot, I get off the show and right, you're like sequestered, like you're away from everyone for like 3 months. So we had no TV, no phones, no access to anyone. So I didn't know what was going on in the world. When I went out there, Trump was like he wasn't even like the Republican nominee yet. And everyone was like, he has a
Okay.
1% chance. And I was like, man, I really like this guy. I think he has a better
So
chance.
when you're in the show, when you're recording, they cut you off from like real reality. They cut
From
is that
real
what you
reality.
mean?
Yes.
So you're doing The Bachelor. You're supposed to be focused on whatever chick you're supposed to be focused on, right? And
Yep.
winning the game and falling in love or whatever. We can
Yes.
get into that. Whatever the real goal is.
Yeah.
And you don't know elections. You can't watch the news. Nothing.
Not a thing. No news, no TV,
Oh my
no
gosh,
phone.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Not one peek at anything.
And what year was this? So
This is in
2016.
2016.
Okay.
Yeah. So finally they get done filming, and I'm like a free person again. I get to go back in the real world. I'm still not allowed to talk about anything that's going on because it's airing. But like I'm a free human again. I'm back in real reality, right? I feel like I'm in a Jason Bourne movie right now. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. I'm in real life here in America. And so I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Wow, Trump's like the nominee, and like Trump wins, he becomes president, and everyone's going nuts. Well, that happened like this right when I got back. And I was like, I didn't know that this political landscape had become really toxic. Like you couldn't even like be like, you couldn't just like not you hate Trump, but you can't even support Trump or someone who supports Trump. Because it goes down the line now. We can hate anybody and cancel you. So I was like, oh, everyone likes me. I was kind of like this sweet Christian guy is how I was portrayed. I hope I am that. But I was like this, everyone kind of liked me. And I was like, oh, I'll make things better, at least in the Bachelor world. I'll just put out a tweet. Like, I voted for Trump too. And I'm a good guy and y'all like me and that'll make everything better. Well, I'm an idiot. I lost 40,000 followers that day.
Okay, first of all, you're not an idiot. It's not fair. That Americans can't say the truth, first of all, or be honest or be a parent. And Trump has done nothing wrong. So it's so horrible that we would have to consider ourselves dumb for being like, well, I put out a tweet saying who I voted for. Like, that's not dumb.
You're right.
It's insane that you got canceled for that.
You're
insane.
Right. You're right.
Because I'm assuming you got canceled.
It is actually insane. You're right. I'm glad I did it. I would do it again. I'll say this. I did not know at the time the consequences at all. Like I was supposed to, I had a flight already to LA to interview to be the Bachelor. I was one of 35 guys on the show, made it far. They asked me to come interview. They literally the next day called me and were like, don't even come to LA anymore, bro. Like, so totally TV people were just like, any famous friends I have were like, nope, not anymore. I was just starting to kind of enjoy it for a minute. Is that really me? No, I'm like a country boy from Texas. I'm not supposed to be out in LA shaking hands with people. I'm just not that kind of person. I'll blow my opportunities like that on my own. But
right.
I'm just like kind of realizing I don't care that much. But it was never going to be my life. But it was kind of fun for to get invited to Mark Wahlberg's birthday party for like a week, and then like that.
Did you go to Mark Wahlberg's birthday party?
It was awesome.
Oh, I love Mark Wahlberg.
Got to do some really cool stuff for like a week, and then I was like, well, I blew that kind of too quick, but whatever.
You got like a taste of the dream. You were like, the dream is within grasp, and then somebody slapped your hand down.
Yeah. It probably needed to happen to me anyway. Like I said, I'm glad I did. I since doubled down on it and said, oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Now I'm going to make a big song about it. And that song,
yeah, that's right. Now I'm going to write a whole song about voting for a man named Donald J. Trump.
I was like, forget y'all, screw y'all. I'm going to do my thing. I love this country. So does that man, in my opinion. And I'm going to support anybody that does. And I'm going to say it wherever I want. I'll go yell it from a freaking mountain. I'll yell it on your show, wherever I can do it.
That's right. MAGA King.
Yeah, wearing a MAGA King shirt. So anyway, that's pretty much what happened. And got pretty canceled for that. And since then,
what's the worst thing that happened to you?
What?
Like in the cancel. What's the worst thing that happened to you during being cancel cultured? Was it being kicked off the show, or was there death threats, or because they're extreme?
Yeah, there was all kinds of threats. Then I was skiing in Utah on January 6th. Not kidding. This could happen to you. So if you're listening to this could happen to you if it happened to me. I was skiing in Utah on January 6th. Probably like, I don't know, I would say it's like 2,000 miles away if I had to guess from the capital. It's far. And I was skiing And the fake news said I was, not only did they say I was there, they said I confirmed that I was there. They said I stormed the Capitol. I think like 15 different major news places said that I confirmed that this happened. The FBI showed up at my parents' house. My mom's freaked out. Like, I've never got a text from my mom as a grown man. She goes, "Call me now!" Like, exclamation point now. I'm like,
Mom,
what?
you know how to
The
text?
FBI just left our house. Did you lie to us about? She even thought that I lied. She's like, "Did you lie to us about not
Hold
being
on a
in
second.
Yeah.
Can you sue the news for saying that they can, like, that is a lie?
Yes, you're not allowed to print false things. But I couldn't find a lawyer that would do it. They said the stupidest things, and I was like, this is a very provable thing. Here's what they wrote. Here's where I was. They all wanted me to hire a PR agency to like make my PR look better before I did it. It cost like $20,000 before I start, and I'm like, dude, I'm not some professional victim. Screw this.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is now. There's already people write bad stuff about me daily. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So at this point, I'm just like, yeah, I can sue them, and I wanted to. I looked into it. I'm like, it's just costing me. I spent like 3 days calling lawyers, and I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
They get away with it because they know that we have to go seek out legal representation to go after them, and they know that if the little people won't do it.
And I
didn't do
it. I was like, this is getting expensive. I don't have time for this. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I represent myself. I don't know if I'm going to win this case. I feel like I should. I know you literally cannot print things. You could say, I think this guy's a moron. You can say whatever, but you cannot print things that are like factually false. You can't print that. So that's a
right.
law in the United States. And
the fact that I feel like even the fact that they claimed you were there is one thing, but it's a step further to say that they confirmed that you were there. Like,
crazy. That's what I told.
They doubled down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm like, find where I confirmed this, please. It does not exist.
That is wild. Okay, so that was 2000. I mean, I was there. I was not skiing in Utah.
yeah. They.
The news had a picture of me. So.
Man, I better enjoy this combo. You might get swept away real quick.
That's right. They already tried, man. The FBI already knocked. They knocked on my door and they knocked on my business, and I said,
if I could take a Jason Bourne type or something, Jack Bauer to come drag you out of somewhere.
That's right. Yeah, they didn't come back for me. They're like, "Ooh, it's the Patriot Barbie." We didn't know. Sorry, Lindsay. We apologize, Lindsay. So what year was that? That was
2020, right? 2020. Yeah.
No, that was COVID. Hold on. So 2021.
2021. Yeah, January 2020.
It's all a blur. It's all a blur.
Yeah, January.
All right. So now you're making music again.
Yes.
And it's your own band. Do you have a band, or is it just you and then you?
Yep, I have a band. And we do it. We love it.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. And are you guys all in Texas?
Yeah, we're all in Texas. They're actually in Dallas, and I'm in Houston. So I go to Dallas to record everything.
All right. Are you guys going to go on tour or anything fantastic like that? I need to know.
I just got off the phone with, and don't, this might not happen. It probably won't. I'm not sure, but we just talked to Aaron Lewis, and I love his music. Evan, who represents me and his company, just talked to him today, and I don't know. I actually don't know how it went, but I think that'd be cool. We were doing our own thing. It was cool. Donald Trump retweeted my song "Great Again." That song went crazy on TikTok, and it just hit like 15 million plays. That's crazy. Don Jr. listens to it. Kimberly Guilfoyle is like, "I love your song." I just saw her the other day, and it's pretty humbling. It's like, I cannot believe something I made, and I made that song just like by myself, like just like wrote it one day and was like, I should put this out, and I'll put it on a random album that has nothing to do with being patriotic. Really, it's just a normal country album. I put it on there, and that song of all songs, the one where friends of mine are like, "Don't put that on there. You're gonna take away half your audience." I was like, "Yeah, but I believe in it."
Oh, I already lost half. What's another half?
Yeah, screw it. I've already been taken down for this thing. I might as well just double down. And so that song of all songs took off the most. And so we toured for a little bit. Then COVID hit, And my whole band had to go get normal jobs. It hurt. It hurt the little people the most. Musicians, these guys aren't little. They're great musicians. But man, being in music, it's like, you got to keep working. You got to play shows. You're not just chilling at home and a millionaire. So anyway, yeah, these guys had to go get normal jobs. And then finally I talked them into recently, hey, okay, I know y'all have your jobs, but like, let's do like every other Saturday. Let's practice. Let's get some recording time in. So that's where we're at now. And we're just looking, because we were just been full-time on the road and then canceled. So now it's like, okay, I've learned how to adapt and do the online stuff. I love being out there, man. I love playing. That's what I feel like I was born to do. I love entertaining people. So they're ready. I'm ready. We're just kind of waiting on to team up with somebody where it makes sense. We talked to what's his name, Levy, Jason Levy.
Jimmy Levy.
Jimmy Levy. Yeah, Jimmy Levy. Yeah, we kind of been talking to him recently. I don't know. We're gonna make this work.
Ooh,
yeah,
that would be a cool collaboration. So Jimmy Levy is going to come down to Arizona. Have you seen Vanessa Orbuena, the worship artist that paints Trump and paints flags and eagles?
That is so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, so I work with her, and Jimmy Levy is supposed to come down here to Arizona and do a live worship performance with her painting.
Man, he's so good. He's a way better singer.
Maybe you should come down.
I'd love to come down. I'm serious. I'll come.
Can you play great? Can you play great again with just you and your guitar? Like, can you do it a cappella? Or that's not a cappella, but yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Sure can. I'll try to get Jimmy to sing it, because I mean his voice is. So I feel like I'm a very good. Like, I feel like I'm a great writer, and like tunes just come in my head, and like I can hear how stuff's supposed to go. But Jimmy, dude, that guy's got pipes. Like, that guy can sing.
He's pretty incredible.
I hold a candle to him singing. Like, I'm an okay singer, but that guy can sing.
You guys have your own niches. You are just as talented.
Well,
perhaps does he write his own songs?
I'm just saying, I love hearing his voice, because I'm like,
do you see me? Do you see me momming you right now? I'm like, James, you guys are have different strengths. You're just as talented.
We have different strengths. But I appreciate, you appreciate people that have something a little different than you do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when we were at SAS in Florida, I was hanging out with Kendall in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
And we were there by the stage. Trump was getting ready to come out and speak. And her and I are just oohing and ahhing over the idea that potentially Trump might walk past us. And here out of the VIP backstage, hanging out with Trump, comes James McCoy Taylor. And I remember she grabbed you and goes, "What are you doing back there?"
Yeah, how'd you do? Yeah.
So tell me what you were doing back there.
I can't say.
Can you tell?
Not really. Not till like the end of November. I can just say I was fortunate enough to get to meet him because of the great Save America campaign. That is not a campaign; it's just a PAC. So Save America is awesome, and there might be a cool potential for me in the future with the president. That's all I can say. Where something kind of cool happens, definitely in my life. I think it's going to help him if he announces, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll see. That's all I can really say about it.
James, I would like you to remember that your dear friend Lindsey Graham at the Patriot Barbie would like to meet Trump on a more professional level.
I will.
So, okay.
Dude,
I'm sure nobody's asking you to pull some strings for them, but
yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the game plan? What's the future? Like, just kind of waiting for that big moment, that big break. What do you have? You're a believer, of course. What do you think God's doing with your story, your movement?
Yeah, man, I think it's cool. I just came out with a song, 5 days ago with Bryson Gray and Tyson James. They're super talented artists, both big believers. I'd say they talk more about God and Christ than they do politics, which is pretty cool. And people are always like, they're conservative rappers. They're almost in the Christian genre, which is pretty cool. But man, they're good. I feel like as an artist, there's a lot of artists who they pretty much know there's such a small and tight niche for us, people like us, that like if I come out as a conservative or say something shocking and like say some hate thing about Joe Biden in a song, I might get like very blown up and people might know my song. That happens for some people. It really does. But they don't last very long, right? They're done. So like I've been doing this full time for 7 years. Bryson and Tyson, like that's their full time job. Like they're good. It's hard to keep doing it. You can't just say something shocking and not be like a little talented. I'm not saying I'm the most talented in the world, but you got to be a little talented. And so it's cool to work with other people who have really made like a name for themselves doing this. We just came out with a song called "Praying on Football Fields." It actually Getter is putting it on like their whole platform today at 7 Eastern time, debuting
So
it. Like
cool.
features pretty cool.
Yeah.
I kind of love the song. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Praying on Football Fields. We made
Okay.
it in response to we were like, okay, so it's football season. Number two, people are trying to take prayer out of football. There's that big thing that's going on right now. It's like you can't pray, you can't make your team pray. You're forcing religion on people. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, this is like almost it. Praying and religion shouldn't be a tradition, but in Texas it almost is, in kind of a good way. It's like this is just what we do down here. So I mean, parts of Arizona are like the same way. So I love it. And I definitely don't want that taken away. I like a prayer before the game. It just reminds you why we're here and that we're lucky, like not only to live in this great country, but to have a living God that's just given us everything we have. And our talent and our health are two big things in that. And I need both of them right now. Like right before I go, like jack somebody, like I need you, more than just walking around the grocery store. Like I need you right now, God. So
Yeah.
I think that's the best time to pray, or one of them, unless you're active military and is in the middle of a football game. So we just feel like it's a big deal. They're trying to take it away, just like they are so many of our rights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
While pushing the opposite agenda,
yeah,
while
yes, while
bringing like
pushing,
evil
yes,
and disgusting and sexual stuff into schools
exactly. Yeah,
and church places. Yeah.
let's sexualize our children and get your sex changed, but don't talk about God. Like that's the one.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. So it's like we got to fight for everything these days. We can't take it for granted. Somebody's got to fight for it. So we were like, yeah, it's cool. It's football season. We believe in this. We're trying to take it away as a right. It also is kind of just a country thing in general, and I'm a country singer. A lot of stuff to talk about there, and they both rap. So it just had a lot of things that kind of made sense. So praying on football fields, check it out. Just came out, and it was super fun to make. I just kind of like it. It'd be fun to see it on Getter, but I guess in short, the whole thing with God's plan for me is I want to continue to make just things that stand up for our country and give us. Because I think if a bunch of us don't stand up, we're not even going to be able to worship freely. Certainly not go. I mean, we're gonna struggle to spread the word domestically, let alone go be a missionary. There won't even be a need for missionaries anymore because kids here are going to be like, what? Who's God? Like, what's this story? This book's banned. The Bible's the only banned book. I mean, really, it's bad. So I just feel like he's calling me to fight for our freedoms as an American, to sing and talk about him. Not all the time, but throw it in there. I don't want to be. There's so many people that they're just Christian singers, and that's great. We need those too, but then it limits their audience. I want to be a little bit of everything. So that's where I feel like it's going. That one big thing with Trump could happen that me and you know about. Hopefully, we'll be back on here telling them, "Hey, it happened. Here's what happened."
Yeah.
But we'll see about that. That's a cool thing in my life that I'm waiting on. I'm just trusting God's timing.
That's
And
right.
him announcing. And
That's
then,
right.
yeah, so that's
That's
it.
so
But
cool.
I'm loving every second of it.
Okay. And then, of course, I don't know why I didn't think of this in the beginning, but one of the main reasons I wanted to bring you on is I don't think that this has become a big deal, but I just hate the idea that as soon as someone like us, quote, screws up or there's an appearance of a screw up, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you perfect Christian. Look what you did. And it's like,
Yeah,
you guys
you're not allowed to
literally
mess
kill
up.
babies. You kill babies. Like,
Yeah,
okay, so I want to talk about the DUI, the recent
yeah.
DUI,
Let's
because I know
go
there's
for it.
more to it.
I haven't talked about it at all. Haven't opened up
Yep.
about it, but I'm fine to do it. I mean, I was wondering if
Okay.
you bring it up.
Well, yeah, and before you even get started, do you know who Ian Smith is in New Jersey?
I've heard that name.
He was the gym owner that opened up, and he's got the big beard, and he's huge.
Yes,
And
yes. He opened it.
okay,
Yes.
so he's been at the forefront of the fight since 2020. He opened his gym up right after I opened my salon, and they kicked their doors down when they,
I
locked
remember
him
that.
up,
They did
chain
that
linked
guy
him, and I
wrong.
mean, he's hardcore, but he recently
They were like
decided
working out
to.
in the parking lot and stuff. And
Yeah,
I
seriously.
remember.
Yep. He told all his members it's free. Since I can't own a business, it's not a business. It's free.
Yeah.
But he decided to run for Congress, and almost
Really?
immediately when he decided to run for Congress, the attacks, I mean, they multiplied because he was fighting fines and government entities and things like that. But without a doubt, within like, I want to say a month or two of him announcing he was running for Congress, he got pulled over in the district that he was running in. And he's pro cop, so this is very ironic. He's pro police, of course. He's running as a Republican. And none of the stuff added up. It's like, of all the reasons to pull me over, and what did you discover when you pulled me over? And it was just so, to me, it seemed so staged and like a political stunt. And that's the first thing I thought of with you, but I don't know if I'm off base. I'd love to hear like the whole story.
Yeah. I'm very candid to a fault. So, I mean, I'll just tell you the truth about what happened. Again, I don't know if I'm supposed to say some of this stuff, but I don't care. It's the truth. It gets it out there, whatever. So, I went to College Station to go celebrate. Like, it was our second big game, but I didn't go to the first one. I'm an Aggie, went to A&M, and so my buddies are all meeting at my buddy's place, and the next day we're playing Appalachian State. We end up losing to App State. This is like the worst game we've had in years at A&M. It was a whole bad weekend for me. So we lose to Appalachian State, who we're supposed to crush. At that time, we're like ranked like number 6 in the nation or something. And so I'm like, all right, let's go have fun. We have tickets the next day. I'm really excited. So we go out, we have fun. I had a few drinks, and I thought I was totally fine. Like, I stopped drinking probably like an hour and a half, and I tell the police officer this. Stopped drinking like an hour and a half to 2 hours before I went back to my truck, which I wasn't even sure if I was going to drive yet. And matter of fact, I wasn't going to drive because my buddy on the way there was like, "Hey, we're not going to this other place," because I was kind of like, "Am I good? Am I good? Should I like ask a cop?" There's bicycle cops everywhere. Like, should I be like, "Yo, am I good, bro? Can I hit your breathalyzer real quick?" I mean, I'm literally thinking, but I'm like, it's been an hour and a half. I didn't get like hammered. I had a few drinks, but I think I'm fine. So I'm walking back, kind of debating. I get a call from my buddy, and he says, "Hey, we're actually staying at it's called Aspire, and it's like 2 minutes. Anybody who knows College Station, Aspire's a new, beautiful building. He's got a hot tub up there." So we were going to my other buddy's place, and he has the hot tub too. I'm a big hot tub guy. If you ever see any of my lives, I'm always in a hot tub. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. I just like my relaxing place. Like, everyone knows, if they
Time
know
to go
me.
live.
Yeah, I'm
settled in. I'm warm. I'm sweating. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Exactly. So, long story short, I am walking back there, or I'm about to walk back to Aspire, because now I don't even have to drive. Now it's out of the question. I'm like, thank goodness, that's cool. I'm not even in a limbo. Like, am I okay? Am I not? So I'm going to get my bathing suit either way. I was going to either drive, get an Uber, or get my bathing suit. Well, I'm walking, and there's a girl there, and she's like, "Hey, do I know you? You're James from The Bachelor. You went to A&M."
Oh
I'm
my
like, "Yeah,
gosh.
let's go." She's like, I'm good. What are you doing?" I'm trying to. So she's trying to find her roommate. She lost her keys, right? They make it sound really bad on me in the thing. The cop. This is what pisses me off. I backed the blue. This part pisses me off. Sorry, someone was ringing my doorbell multiple times to come to
Didn't
me.
hear it.
Good.
Didn't hear it.
I was kind of like, what's going on? Anyway, so I backed the blue, but have you ever seen South Park?
No,
This guy
not
was like
really.
a living version of Officer Bar Brady. Like,
Oh, okay.
he's the cop they make fun of. Like, what are you doing out here, kid? I mean, the guys. I mean, this guy was, honestly, he didn't seem very smart. He was kind of a jerk and like out to prove a point. The other two cops, his assistant, was laughing. I'm skipping ahead, but anyway, that girl's like, "Hey, can I come? I know you. I trust you. Can we try to find my roommate?" I'm like, "Sure." I got to grab my bathing suit. I'm going to call my boys, make sure it's fine. I was like, "You come if you want." I have no idea. So that in his report, he says this girl is like, he didn't say non-responsive, but he says this girl is like not in a, he said that she's not in a condition to make a decision on who she's with. He decides to add that to his police report that gets shot out by the police. I find out 2 days later, they've been arresting kind of famous people on purpose there because they're trying to get rid of Northgate. They waited by my truck for me to get in my truck. So then I'm in the, I didn't leave the parking garage. So in the parking garage, there's a girl. They decide to just write this story like I'm some child trafficker. Like she's a grown, I mean, she's 18. She's not underage, but luckily she's 18. I had no idea. She, you know, girls look freaking older these days. She seemed nice. She needed help. I mean, thank God
you
it
didn't
wasn't
sleep with
so.
her. You were walking down the street
What
with her.
What if there was what if there's a 7-year-old girl that's like, hey, oh my gosh, I'm lost. Like, I'd be, dude,
Can you help
like,
me?
let's help this girl. But nowadays, you know, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. So I guess that's dumb on my part, but I'm just like, hop in the truck, call your freaking roommate, find your keys, you're good. Guy pulls me over. I'm in the parking spot. I mean, it's crazy. And then he decides to write this, and they run with it. And people online are like, oh, you have an 18-year-old. Well, I don't even know this.
Oh
I still don't know her name. And if she was so intoxicated, why did she just walk away? They let an underage girl walk away, like, or underage from the bar. You know what I mean? Not 21. That doesn't sound like that's supposed to happen. And how could she just walk away if she's so not incapacitated, but not able to make decisions or think or function properly? It made it sound
How
terrible.
could she even call her roommate? How could she use a cell phone if she couldn't even decide who she was with?
Yeah. And she was
like,
talking
how
to
could
me
she
fine.
call
I said,
her? How
James
could she?
Taylor, what's up? I know you from JoJo's season of The Bachelor. I was here. I've heard you were, this girl was fine. Like, and I guess, I had a drink too many, whatever, but I'm not like, I wasn't like, I nailed all 3 of the sobriety tests, passed them all. The first one was an eye test. The second one was like hold my foot up and balance on one foot. The third one was like take like 9 steps, heel to toe, and then pull a perfect like 180 and walk back. After I did all 3, the guy goes, "You failed the first one." I was like, "You sent me to the second one because you said I passed that." He goes, "Well, you had an eye twitching. That can sometimes happen when you're drunk." And the other 2 guys, he starts searching my truck, finds a pistol my dad had given me. Yes, it wasn't registered in my name. It's just a pistol in my glove compartment that my dad gave me. It's under my dad's name. We have the same.
It's Texas.
Name, Taylor. Yeah,
it's Texas, by the way.
He's searching. I even said to him, I hope the footage comes out because I go, dude, if they searched Hunter Biden's laptop as hard as you're searching my truck right now, dude, be in jail. Like the other guys are kind of like laughing a little. They were cool. They were like most police officers, and this guy, he just I don't know what his deal was, but whatever, So
that is that's a compilation of bad,
a series
poor
of bad
timing,
events.
poor placement, poor. I mean, that sucks.
In College Station, I usually wear shorts, and but I'd worn jeans and a button down that night. And if I would have worn shorts, that would have changed the whole thing. Because I just would have been like, yeah, I'm going swimming in these shorts, and then I would have never passed my truck, and anyway. But it is what it is. It did make for they keep it pretty cold in the jail cell, so I was nice and warm and comfy laying on the ground up there. Bad day. I'm actually surprised at how much of the story you remember, considering how drunk you were. Oh, so hammered. I know. Can you believe that? Gosh. Crazy. Oh, and my mugshot, too, I smiled like real pretty.
I know.
Hey,
I got beautiful teeth.
Why are you smiling? You actually look good in your mugshot. You shouldn't be happy. I'm like, no, I smiled on purpose because you can tell on my face I am not drunk. Like, I look normal.
The worst mugshots are usually the ones where you're like, wow, you can tell that they deserve to be in the drunk tank that night. Like
Beto O'Rourke. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So is anything going to come of this? Like, I mean, is the girl going to testify?
My trial's November 15th, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do they do anything extreme? Like, is that girl going to come in and be like, yeah, he was pretty sober and he was just going to let me call my friend?
We can't find the girl. We can't find the girl. I don't know who she is. Yeah.
She was a set up.
She set me up.
She was a plant. She's the cop's daughter.
Oh man, yeah.
She's whoever the Democrat running for your legislative district in Texas. She's his daughter.
I think you're right. I think you're onto something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was Crooked Hillary. I think it was Crooked Hillary's daughter.
Okay, I feel like everyone in America can do a better Trump impersonation than me. Every dude can do a Trump impersonation.
I don't know if I do a great one, but it's fun.
Have you heard Sean Farash? He's from
Oh
New
my
York.
goodness, yes.
He's amazing. I
How
had him
some
call my
people
cell
like
phone and
that,
leave me a
like if I
voicemail.
close my eyes, I bet that's the
It's
goat.
him.
That's BJT.
Yeah, it's pretty much him. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. But anyway, that's what happens. I don't know. We're kind of debating what to do, dude. I really don't want to do what my lawyer says to do because I want to really like fight this thing and be like, dude, there's so many protocol things that are wrong on this. Like that's crazy. I guess I think my whole life I just kind of like was kind of like this. Oh shucks, everything's fine. I'll just do what they tell me to. And then like recently, I've had so many people come at me. I'm kind of a fighter deep down, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to fight now.
And guess what? This is another situation where you're like, all right, kind of wrongly accused, bad time, bad place. Now I need attorneys. Now I need to pay all this money to fight something that.
Yeah. And again, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have more to say. I'll shut my mouth a little bit, but yeah, you get it. I'm a little pissed off about it. I feel like it's not like I did nothing wrong. I might have not made the perfect decisions on that evening, but It was nothing. I didn't go endanger anyone's life. It was in a parking garage. You know, this girl asked me for help. It was just the little dumb things. And I'm like, really? And they're going to make it like, put it out the worst way you could put that out on purpose. You know, like it irks me a little. And I don't like it. And I'm tired of being like, people just being like, yeah, we'll screw this guy over because of what he believes. And, you know, if I was a liberal, you saw what happened to Pelosi's husband with the DUI.
That's right. You know? Got straight off. Yep. Hey, you know
away.
what?
He didn't stay in jail that night.
The most beautiful thing.
No mugshot. Guess where my mugshot was? On the MSNBC homepage. My mom saw it from her work at school. Someone came up and had to tell her. I didn't even get to tell my mom first. Hey, mom, I got arrested.
That's weird. I think that's weird. You're, no offense, but you're nowhere on the level of Nancy Pelosi's husband. But your mugshot goes up and his doesn't.
It was everywhere. It was, literally Yahoo News everywhere. Home pages of people. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, that's wild. Hey, well, you know what? I'm excited to see what happens when they push you too far. That's a beautiful place to be.
You can tell. You kind of know. I got a little bit of crazy.
You're like one more DUI away from going full MAGA mania.
He's gone. He's gone. He's off his rocker. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. I'm a person that's been pushed too far, and I'm like, all right, you guys created your own arch nemesis. So
you just screwed up. Yeah.
Yeah. You done created your own enemy.
Found out is the nice.
That's right. That's right. Gosh, I love that term, but I don't say it because it's just not very Christian.
Have you seen the chart that he made? The chart that one guy made?
Yes, I thought that was hilarious.
So
you couldn't see the word until he moved away finally. It's like it was the bomb drop.
Okay.
I loved it. I go, did I miss that the whole time? And I went back and watched it again, but he was purposely covering it up. So
he's perfect. Yeah, so you watch the whole thing and don't get it's funny.
Well, awesome. Well, James, is there anything you want to tell viewers? Anything? I'm just excited to watch your journey and wait for that big announcement and stuff.
Well, look out for a big announcement involving Trump. We'll see if that happens. It's up in the air. It could happen. I believe, but you never know. Look out for that. I hope you listen to Praying on Football Fields. Definitely listen to Great Again. It's the one I made for 2024. Different than Great Again. It's just talking about like what's going on now. I'm just looking forward to the journey. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you at AmFest.
Yeah.
And that's in your neck of the woods, baby.
That's right. I'll be. Yep.
Going to
I'll be there all the whole time.
Down the road. So.
I'll be riding your coattails backstage to meet Trump. Hanging onto your shirt.
Okay. Riding my coattails. Yeah, right. This girl. humble right there.
That's right.
Well, thanks for having me on. Always a good time seeing you. I'm looking forward to Arizona for sure, and thanks for letting me share some of my journey with your viewers.
Heck yeah! You ready for your cheers?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You ready?
You get to. Yeah.
Okay. What is that? Wonder Woman?
Yes, it is.
That's so cool. Wait, I need a cup.
Every time I bust out my cool cups, everyone's like, "I need a cool cup."
I got it.
Well, he's got his guitar right there. Ooh, you made a big mistake.
Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. Nope. Put it down. You got up, and I noticed that your guitar is right there.
Oh, no.
Yes, so you're going to You're going to play us a little ditty.
Oh, no. Do you hear my voice right now?
Nope. You are the MAGA king.
MAGA king? What am I playing here?
Whatever you want.
Just whatever I want?
That's right.
All right. Let's see.
I love putting musicians on the spot. They're always like,
Yeah,
"Oh man, I'm the most creative person in the world," but all of a sudden, I've got nothing.
Just go blank.
Can you do your grade, like just a bit from your grade again?
You know what? This isn't tuned right to do that. Let me think. I could do
My Maria.
No, okay. You know what?
Were you gonna do My Maria?
They're not. No one's gonna listen to me because they're gonna be. I'm telling you, I lost my voice so bad at the A&M game versus Alabama, and then came back and tried to record. Had to stop. I'm hurting over here. Please
no Neon Moon. You were gonna do Brooks and Dunn though, weren't you?
Dude, I could have. That was My Maria.
Yeah, I know.
You just nailed that.
I know. I knew that. My Maria.
Right. Did you hear down, down, down?
The sun surely hurts my eyes.
Oh, dang, okay. You do need a MAGA Queen shirt.
Do you want to hear something incredible?
Yeah.
When I was born and raised until I was about probably 11 in California, and we lived in Bakersfield, which is where Dwight Yoakam is from, and Alan Jackson, and all the kind of the originals. Mm-hmm. And we went to a Bi-Mart shopping for something, my mom and my two brothers and I. And an hour before, we had just missed them. Darn it. This really cool, hot, up-and-coming new country duo named Brooks and Dunn. And we just missed them. However, there were some posters. There were some posters that they had signed, autographed, and left behind, and we could have a poster if we wanted. And we're like, sure. So like my whole childhood, we had an autographed Brooks and Dunn poster. I don't know what happened to it, but that was how we knew who Brooks and Dunn were. We started listening to their music and like, oh, they're pretty good. And then, woo, they hit the top. But we could have met them at a Bi-Mart in Bakersfield.
Dude, what a journey for them. Talk about a journey, dude. Brooks and Dunn, they're just great. That one song, I mean, Neon Moon's great too, but My Maria, if I'm ever down, that song just picks me up. I don't know what it is about it.
Oh, too bad. I would love to hear it. It could pick me up right now. But...
I know. I'm sorry. Dude.
Fine. Okay. We'll let people enjoy your professional music.
There we go. Look, next time I'm on, I'll make sure it probably will be after football season. I'm just a diehard Aggie fan, and I go to games and yell my butt off, you know.
Okay, listen.
Like, why do I do that? I need to take care of this thing, but I don't.
Yeah, you need to stop, because if somebody makes a big announcement soon, you're going to skyrocket, and you cannot afford a raspy voice. Okay?
You're right. Okay.
All right. Now I'm ready for your cheers. I think I'm done lecturing you.
I get to decide the cheers. Okay, I know the cheers. My cheers is going to be, it's my favorite thing I've ever written, and it's to a man I think all of your viewers appreciate it, man. We talked about it at the impression. It's to Donald J. Trump. But here's how I describe him in the new song, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm proud of it. You know, usually you write things you're not proud of, but this cheers is to the charmer of China, the wokeness warden, the greatest all-time, the political Jordan. He's our life supporter with some law and some order, has respect for our police, puts a wall at the border. To Donald J. Trump, baby.
Wow! Cheers.
Woo! Oh, man.
Thank you, James McCoy Taylor, and thank you guys for joining me on the Patriot Barbie podcast. Thanks for tuning in to the Patriot Barbie podcast. Follow me on Truth Social at The Patriot Barbie and Instagram at the.patriot.barbie. Subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with your friends. You can find this show, my book Targeted, and my apparel line on www.patriotbarbie.com. God bless America, and God bless you.
And new tonight, a Salem salon plans on defying the governor's coronavirus orders by reopening for business.
If I didn't comply and shut my doors, they would then issue me a $70,000 citation. And if you can possibly believe this, Child Protective Services showed up at my home.
She was one of the first business owners to take a stand
Everyone's job is essential, not because of what we do or how we do it, but because it's the way we make our living.
She's way out of her league, and it's time that someone told her that.
Lindsey Graham, you're not out of yours.
Lindsey, also, you've got the nickname now online as the Patriot Barbie.
Yes, I'm doing this for me and my family, but I am doing it for you now, too. God has just opened doors for me in the political circle.
When you know your identity in Christ and you know that you're right, you know that your convictions are right, it's a strength that I believe can only be God-given.
It's Dylan's KC Barbecue at 4 Valley locations. Our sports bar in Arrowhead is packed with TVs for the ultimate sports fan. Our Wildlife World Zoo location will have you on the edge of your seat, dining right next to our 60,000-gallon shark tank. Dylan's Bayou at Pleasant Harbor has never-ending sunsets, beautiful people, and live music every weekend. And our newest location, Western Trails Ranch, is 12 acres of rodeo fun and live outdoor concerts for the entire family. It's Dylan's KC Barbecue, where we're elite, unique, and memorable.